Yeah, hi, Jeff here with My Business Automated, calling to check in and share with you how to do blogs, give you a little insight to the blog process. What we're going to do is go into the site. You go into site, go into blogs, and you go into all about, in this case, when you see the blog sites, there might be at one point a lot of different blogs. Blogs are going to be about different things or categories. At one point, we might add more, but right now we're just doing the blog. It's going to be all about Elijah Real Estate. Click into that, and that's where you do the posts of the blog. So this is where you actually would see the blogs. If it's in draft, you'll see draft. If it's draft, you won't get one of these because that means it's published. And this is, if you click on this, you'll get the URL to put in the social media planner. Okay, so let's just use this as an example. This is draft. Copy and paste the blog in here. That's good enough. I like to do some of the hashtags at the bottom, but what happens is this gives you an opportunity to edit down the road a little bit more information. I take generally the first sentence or the title and put it right here. That's good enough. And then you go here to continue, and what you're going to see is this page. This page gives you the ability to set things properly. You're going to get a URL. This is what it'll save as a URL. Categories, there's a few different categories here that we picked. I wouldn't do more than three or more than one or two. Actually, we only got three different categories. That's really good to put them in categories because then at one point you can have things easily found by the viewers. The author, just do me at this point. If it's Elijah, then of course you would do him. Keywords, we've created a whole bunch. You probably can stay with most of these, but pick 3 or 4. 5 is probably an overkill. You don't need to do more than that. Once you come in here, this is where you can pick how to do a. You could put an image. You could put an image in there. It'll give you the opportunity to pull it from the media storage. If you got a GIF in there and want to put a GIF in there, that's great. You use your discretion a little bit. If you create it, as we create more GIFs, if they're along this title, that's even better. But if you just want to do an image, it'll be in the media center. That's great. And then, like I said right here in the post description, what I do is I generally pull about 2 sentences from the blog, and you got 250 characters to work with. It doesn't need to be that long, but I typically stay with 2 sentences from within the blog just to have that be produced and be part of the process. If you go up to 250 characters, that's quite a bit. You don't need to create that. You should just use pieces of the blog to cut and paste. Once you're there, just hit draft, and it'll be in draft, and then it'll be right here. It'll show, and if it's Joseph that logged in to do it, it's going to show under Joseph, and if it's somebody else, it'll show their name. And then if I see that I got Joseph in a draft, I'll go in there and review it, and then we'll go from there, and I can publish it, or we can do some training at that point. But yeah, we want to get you set up to where we can be doing a lot of these. As I get more accounts, you're going to be doing a lot of these down the road. But for now, this is just going to be education for everybody to go into the right spot to put the posts for the blog. If you have any questions, send me a note on WhatsApp, and it's jeff@mybusinessautomated.com or mba-100k.com. Look forward to chatting more. Appreciate it. Bye.